Hello and welcome to another episode of the Two Idiot Gamers podcast.
Yeah,
I'm Chris,
and
and
I'm
I'm
AC.
joined by my Nautilin. Sorry, Nautilin. I remember
Northern.
my Nautilin co-host AC.
Yeah, and it's good to be back. We've been off for a while because we've been what's the word? Running around, doing life things. Like
Yeah.
going to comic cons in different provinces of our home countries and
Well, that was mainly you
watching
because
too many
you
shows.
yeah.
I went on a holiday. I basically just went on a holiday too. Okay, to the coast, and it was nice seeing the ocean again. Be like, yes, the gigantic body of water that I can't see the bottom of. I love it.
How was Comic Con?
Comic Con was pretty awesome because me and Lindy went, and we went as like volunteers for the like 501st, the Star Wars like cosplaying group. They
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of like charity stuff. So we were also promoting a charity that does helps with elderly and homeless care, called Noah, it was like based in Cape Town, so we're helping promote them, get pictures, help get donations, and so on for that.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
but
cool.
Comic Con was also pretty cool because Ian McDermott, the guy who plays the Emperor, showed up. And now I get it, people who are in America, that's not really a big deal because like you get like Mark Hamill and all the Star Wars alumni actors mostly live in the States or Canada, so close enough so they can just go to Comic Cons whenever, and you get them at like all the Comic Cons. You don't
Yeah.
do that in South Africa. We don't get anyone. It's weird when we do, and then we finally got Ian McDermott. Everyone lost their shit when he came on stage on the Saturday. I didn't get to
Oh,
meet him
okay.
because I'm broke as shit. But like,
So when you say we don't get anyone, you mean like we don't get like many big guests like
we don't
Ian
get
McDermott or someone like that?
we don't get people who are like internationally famous. We do get like South African guests, but like no one internationally famous. Like name a actor. We don't get
Um,
them. We probably don't get them.
and the Anakin Skywalker actor, his
Hayden
name,
Christensen, nah.
yeah, Hayden Christensen.
We haven't got him yet. I suspect we might be able to if we just ask nicely. And I heard rumors from some. I heard a story of someone at Comic Con who's like, "Well, Patrick Stewart knows his family and goes for lunch every now and then." I'm like,
Oh,
"What the
that'd be
fuck?"
so cool to see Patrick Stewart at Comic Con over
I'm
there.
like, I doubt he would agree because apparently it's not supposed to be spoken about. But that's a thing that happens apparently, and I'm like, I didn't even know this. This is wild to know.
What? What do you mean? It's
Like,
not to be spoken about?
so from when I was told about it, so he's like, I'm not supposed to tell anyone that Patrick Stewart is my friend's like uncle, and just comes for dinner. But I met him once, but it was weird because I went to my friend for like a dinner thing, and Patrick Stewart was just there. It was weird. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you drop that on me?
I think I need to go visit you in South Africa just so I can go meet so I can
Yeah,
say hello to Patrick Stewart and tell him how
yeah,
awesome he is.
we'd have to show you Cape Town as well. But so I mean, we get John Garney, who is the guy who played T'Challa's father, T'Chaka, in.
Hmm.
So he's a South
MCU?
African dude. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
MCU. I've met him. He was cool.
Wait,
But like I'm
the young or old version?
the old
Because
version, the
there's
old man.
okay, okay.
He's the one who appears in Winter Soldier.
Okay, because he also appears
Not
in
Winter Soldier. I mean Civil War. So like the
yeah,
first
because
time you see
yeah,
anyone, that one.
he also appears in Black Panther in the flashback, but he's younger.
Yeah, no, the older one.
I'm going.
So I was there in the room, and so that's like the biggest I've met just in person. But going back to Comic Con, Ian McDermott being on stage can turn the Palpatine voice on and off, and it's
Hmm.
kind of terrifying when it's in person. So you watch it in a movie, you're like, that's kind of campy and silly, and then you hear someone actively say that to you, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm sorry, that was terrifying."
Damn. did he like was it recite like the speech in Revenge of the Sith?
No, he mostly just talked like to the audience and answered questions.
Hmm.
But he did greet everyone with the voice, and everyone lost their shit. And
That's so
then
cool.
and then like obviously he answered questions, and he talked about the voice and the fact that sometimes if he goes like shopping or something, right, and he walks in the
Hmm.
street, someone recognizes him. But so he's like normally he's cool with pictures and stuff, and he's all chill. But if he's grumpy, he will use the voice, and people leave him alone. And it works. I'm like, that's glorious. That's so cool. I wish I had something that was that goddamn terrifying.
Because if I remember correctly, Palpatine has like a distinct voice before and after he gets electrocuted,
Hmm.
or is it all just the same voice and it just gets lower?
So he has like a deep voice when he's being his like authentic
Sidious,
self, so being Sidious. And
yeah,
then he has like this grandfatherly nice voice when he's being Chancellor
Palpatine,
Palpatine.
yeah,
So he has like two voices, and like when Ian McDermott was talking about it, he was like, so Palpatine is his normal
yeah,
voice. It's the mask, but it's his normal voice, his face, and him being normal. And then Sidious is the real character underneath everything, the one who's always trying to get out, and sometimes it slips out. That's why you get that was part of the reasoning behind like do it in episode 3, and the reason he says it like that's Sidious slipping out of from under the Palpatine, trying to be all nice,
yeah.
and then that Sidious just going, "No, hurry up." It's that little twist, and I'm like, that's awesome. I also got to meet
It's
the
a
anime man and Aki Dearest again. That was cool. This time I actually got fucking pictures with them. I'm so
oh,
happy.
did you? Speaking of that, did you see that they got engaged? I
Yeah.
saw on Twitter.
They were engaged. I saw his engagement ring in person because they got engaged before they came to South Africa. They
Oh,
were
that's
already
cool.
engaged when they came to South Africa. They just hadn't told anyone yet
Oh,
because
okay.
Joey apparently asked her to marry him in Madagascar, which is where they were before they came to us.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So, like, I saw the engagement ring and I just assumed it was jewelry they were wearing. But like Joe, if because I've met Joey before, he wears rings, like just casually, and I was like, I guess they have rings. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna think about it too hard. I saw it and was like, oh, that's a cool ring, and then I just didn't think about it again. And so I saw that answer, like, oh, that makes sense. Like,
Uh,
I don't know why.
were
I do note jewelry when I think it's something that looks cool,
yeah.
and then I just blank if it's not something I can ask about, I just ignore it afterwards.
Did they have like some like big like panel or something, or was it just like a meet and greet?
They had both. So they had main stage, so
Hmm.
you'd be able to go see them like talk on stage, and then afterwards, they were like, "We like South Africa so much," and you can ask other South Africans. They're like, "We love South Africa so much. We're gonna let you guys meet us for free," and we're like, "Hell yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna go meet." And that was so nice. But the queue to meet them was always like full because it was you didn't pay shit, so everyone was like,
Yeah,
"Well,
everyone's
yeah, we're
going
gonna go
since
meet
there's
them."
yeah.
And on the I only met them on, I think it was the first day I went and met them, but I didn't go back and meet them again because I was just like I had to stay on the stand and help people.
Hmm.
But I had
Did you met them in costume? I'm guessing because
yeah, we
you and
have
Lindy
pictures of
did
Lindy in
cosplay.
her Deidre in her Dedra cosplay standing next to Aki and Joey. And I'm like, this is so hilarious. I was also in cosplay the whole time. I was disappointed with my cosplay because I had to dye the fabric and the dye didn't go dark enough, so it looks really weird. And the next time I do, it'll look better.
One thing that I saw when you were showing me the pictures is that Lindy kept on like frowning in every one. Was that just because the character she was cosplaying
That's
was just
okay,
angry all the time?
Lindy. So Lindy has actual resting bitch face. Like if she goes completely neutral and just like rests her whole face, she just looks really grumpy all the
Oh,
time.
okay.
She was genuinely just doing that. She was just relaxing her face, and she looked grumpy, and it was very funny to me.
See, I didn't know that she was cosplaying a specific character. I thought she was just like an Imperial officer,
I
and I
mean, to be
thought
fair,
just
she's
like
an
all
Imperial officer. That still fits anyway.
yeah, I just thought like all the that was the whole thing. Like Imperial officers like never smile, so
I mean,
it was all part of character.
it was all part of character, just not the exact character, you know.
How did she like it? Does she have a good time just as much as you?
Yeah, yeah, she did. We even had a video that I tried to send on Discord, but it didn't. It was too big because I don't got that Nitro, man. Anyway, I tried to
Mm,
send it, and it was like of us trying to get her boots off on the last day we were there, and it was a fight because those boots fit her quite snugly, so they're hard to like pull off, and I had to help her like every day. We took them off. It was quite
yeah.
fun though. It was like
Did you
a
meet
fun
any
experience.
did you meet anyone else there?
I saw Moby when we were there. We hung out. I hung out with Moby, and I hung out with some of my other mates.
Oh, that's cool.
I also saw
What'd you guys do?
Izito while we were there as well. No, we just like hung out at Comic Con and walked around a bit.
Oh, that's cool. You last time I remember, I think it was either you or Moby that was streaming Comic Con, and you guys ended up like getting like figures or something, or going to like a figure thing.
That was me and Izito.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I did see him as well. He was only
You
there
guys,
for like one day.
oh, just one day? Damn.
Yeah, he missed the Emperor though. He was there the day before Ian McDermott was there, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, what else? What else have you been up to besides the Comic Con? Unless you have something else to add about the Comic Con trip.
Well, so when we were in Comic Con, the other cool thing about the Comic Con trip was we took kind of the scenic route when we were driving down. So we went and saw like a bunch of South African mountains and stuff. So we
Hmm.
also enjoyed just being out on the road and like seeing everything while we were going down there.
Yeah.
And when we were there, we stayed with Lindy's dad in his like Kleinmont little house off in the corner of nowhere, and it was so
Hmm.
nice to be away from the city and like wake up and just be like, huh, it feels really peaceful here, and there's no town, there's no city life. It's so great. I can walk outside, and it feels like I'm just in a chill place with less dust. To be fair, Joburg is really fucking dusty, man.
I'm glad you had such a good time. It sounds really fun.
It was a great time.
You I'm guessing you're planning on going again next year when it comes, right?
Yeah, we want to go again. That was Cape Town Comic Con. We've still got uh, Comic Con Africa, or just we call it Joburg Comic Con, which is kind of the same thing. It's just by my town in my town, so we don't
Yeah.
have to travel. And for that, there's a high possibility that Saber's going to stay with us, and she and her husband Remy are going to come up here, and then we're going to be taking them to Comic Con the whole time, which will be fun in its own way. I'll have to cook with the world's most fragile human.
Wait. Why is Saber so fragile?
She's immunocompromised, so she gets sick easily. I'm sure you've
Oh.
noticed.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I know that she had like a what is it? Not a crutch, a cane. I know
Yeah.
that. I didn't
So
know
she
that she
has
was
like
immunocompromised.
yeah, no, she's got she's sick all the fucking time, dude.
Damn.
So she often even cancels streams because she's just like, I'm sick. So
Yeah, that sucks.
it'll be very interesting if she comes to stay with us. If they come to stay with us for like the whole of Comic Con, we'll have to like A, show them around Joburg, and B, be like, you guys are just fucking dying the whole time, Saber. Remy will
Is
probably be
is
fine. I'll drag him climbing and stuff.
okay, so yeah, Remy sounds like he's fine, but it's just
It's
Saber
just
you have to
Saber.
watch out for.
Yeah.
I
We're
suggest getting like a big hamster bubble and just put Saber in it, and just
if we
have her
did,
in that the whole
she
time.
would kill me. I would find that to be the funniest possible thing to do, but she'd kill me. She's like, I'm a cripple. I can't actually move in this fucking thing. Like, well, shame. It's funny as hell, though.
Just seeing her try to move around in like the giant bubble. Man. I wonder what it's like to be immunocompromised and all the measures you have to take to make sure you don't like die, because I would imagine just even getting sick just like over like the littlest thing could be like really life threatening.
Mm-hmm. It's shitty because, like, think of how Americans react to having to wear masks for COVID,
Yeah.
and now think of how Americans react to just people wearing masks. Now imagine you have to wear a mask because otherwise, if you don't wear a mask, you'll always get sick because you have to do something to try and lower risk as much as you can. So masks help. They're not like the be all end all. They're not going to 100% of the time always stop it, but they will help. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
make it slightly less likely you'll get sick. Now imagine people
Damn.
just assault you because you wore a fucking mask. She's like, I'm immunocompromised already, you bastards. So I'm like, it's not fun.
Did you suffer the con cough?
Lindy did.
Oh. Yeah.
I
If
was
you
just
go if
I was
you
just tired. I just needed to sleep for like a week.
Yeah, if Saber ends up going with you, you definitely have to bring lots and lots of hand sanitizer, because if it's one thing that I've heard about conventions is that they always get sick after they come back because there's just so many fucking people.
Yeah, and there's like people who just carry diseases. They don't even like they're not necessarily sick themselves. They just have they're like carriers and stuff who just are there and they're not doing anything purposefully bad. They're just they
Yeah.
say, and then you also get the assholes who go while sick anyway.
Oh god, yeah. If you're sick and then there's a convention coming up, just maybe miss it this time so you don't get yourself even more sick and then other people sick.
Yeah,
Oh man. What else have you been up to?
yeah. Watching so much fucking Kamen Rider. Mostly because I got Lindy into it. So me and Lindy have been watching through a bunch of different series together now. We're like
Hmm.
halfway through Kamen Rider Zio, which was the 20th anniversary series season for the Heisei era. It was like the 2019 season, basically. And 2018, 2019 season. And Lindy's been getting into it quite a lot. She's been enjoying it a lot. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fun. So
Oh my god.
that's been a fun thing to get into. And then the other thing we've been doing a lot of is I blame Star Wars month for this, but I got into Fortnite.
Yeah, I've seen
And,
you
and
like your Discord status is just Fortnite, and then I've seen you play stream Fortnite a couple times
yeah,
because they just had an update recently that just added more Star Wars stuff to it. I think, right?
yep. And now I'm grinding for V-Bucks, and I'm like, fucking I bought the fucking like crew pass. I'm like, oh my god, why have I wasted my money on this?
You bought the
I
battle
I
pass.
I got talked into it. Okay, my chat persuaded me, and then I did it, and then I was like, and then like 2 hours after chat, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
How much was it in rand?
It's like $140.
140 rand.
It's like $7, give or take.
Oh, so it's $7.73.
Yeah.
Damn, it's not that bad. But at least you have someone to play it with. Whenever I tried playing Fortnite, it was just so difficult because I just hated playing by myself, and it's mainly just like a battle royale game now. There's no single player stuff outside of the fan made maps. And if there was like a single player stuff that was like wave based or like PVE based, like I would definitely play that just to do like the battle pass stuff.
I mean, I've kind
Because
of got
when they added Doomslayer to Fortnite, I really wanted to play that to get the skin, but I was like, fuck, I have to grind out the battle pass, and it's a battle royale, and I don't have anyone to play with, and it just like completely dissuaded me.
yeah. I mean,
And then when
they
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 added a bunch of fucking cool characters. They added like Street Fighter characters. They added the Xenomorph, which I ended up buying with the Ripley skin. And then they added the fucking Predator that I missed out on, Kratos, and so much shit.
yeah. I got the So I kind of got into doing it on my own.
Hmm.
So I've been doing like today because I had to spend the entire day just uploading videos to my VODs channel because my computer was like way too full of shit. So to free up
Yeah.
space, I was just uploading VODs, and I ended up freeing up like 120 gigs of space just uploading VODs, and I'm still not done because my VODs take up like 500 gigs. I am slowly making my way through them. This hopefully by the end of this weekend they'll be empty, but it's going to take a while.
Oh yeah, Twitch is. That reminds me too. Twitch is doing this thing where they're reducing the amount of highlights and storage and stuff for your channel, and it's basically anything over the storage limit is getting deleted.
That's so rude.
Yeah, like I have like right now I'm looking at my Twitch thing. I have over 631 hours and 53 minutes of highlights and uploads, and the cutoff is 100 hours. And
Dang.
they extended uh the cutoff date to May 19th,
I swear it's gonna
which
piss
is
off
like
everyone.
an
Yo, what up, DM? But yeah, it's gonna piss everyone off
yeah. So
again.
just lately, I just like I like mass uploaded a bunch of my old highlights and stuff, like me playing God of War Ragnarok, Sly Cooper, Infinite Wealth, Spider Man 2, like a bunch of like my old highlights that I did, and I just uploaded it to my VOD channel, and I've just
Yeah,
been
that's a
doing
good
that.
idea. I record all my streams as I go, so that's why
Hmm.
it takes up so much space. And then I just upload. I usually just upload them straight. But I've been having to if I had to like start a stream, then it tends to make it so I have to like edit videos together and then upload them. So it's just one video, and that takes forever. It's aggravating.
Have you tried? Because Twitch has an export feature. If you just connect your VOD channel to your Twitch, you can just export it straight to
I mean,
the YouTube.
I haven't got. I should do that because it will save me time and I'll actually remember to do it. But I also like it's mostly for my backlog from when
Yeah,
I started. So there's a lot of videos that are going up,
yeah, it
and
was like that for me too. I had a bunch of stuff.
it's madness. I still have a bunch of stuff.
What else have you been up to? You said you were watching a bunch of stuff. I know Andor just finished. I think yesterday. You've been watching Andor, right? I haven't seen any of the
Yeah,
new season. I was waiting. I was hoping that we'd be able to watch it together. Uh,
yeah,
since you're the big Star Wars guy, and I'm an okay Star Wars guy.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, we did that too with the other shows.
I will say, Andor season 2 comes with like trigger warnings for a reason. It's got some really dark shit in it.
Oh my god, is it? I don't know like the full scene, but I remember was it Star Wars Explained that idiot, the one with the hat. He was like saying like, oh, the Empire wouldn't do this, Vader wouldn't do this, Palpatine
You mean Star Wars
wouldn't do
Theory?
this. Oh yeah, Star Wars Theory.
Explained is two people, and I don't remember if either of them wear a hat.
No, it's the guy that regularly hangs out with like Nerdrotic or like one of those other like uh
The Rage Bait boys, who
yeah, the rage bait guys.
I spend all my time ignoring their existence because I'm like, you guys don't have anything interesting to say about this. You just say, I've like watched one video from Rage Bait YouTubers, and they don't say anything interesting. They're just like, it's all crap. It's all the, and then, but then like, they say it in the most like dull way possible, where it sounds the same.
Yeah.
And I've also watched like there are some people who are like, I agreed with this one video you said one time, and then like all their follow up content was like trying to capture the same feel, but it didn't. But it all just started feeling like they were just trying to gain the system or grift for views, but they aren't interesting enough if they're
Yeah.
not rage baiting. So I'm like, who cares? I
The,
don't care about any
there
of this.
there was one clip that I saw, like, what you said, it was Star Wars Theory, right?
Yeah,
The guy with the hat.
yeah, the
He
bald
was
guy.
on, yeah, he was on a panel, like a live stream with Nerdrotic and then Critical Drinker, I think. And he was like explaining like why he thought that one scene that happened in Andor wouldn't happen, because Vader wouldn't allow it, or like Palpatine or like the Empire, they wouldn't do that. And they're and like Critical Drinkers like, oh yeah, it would totally happen in like the outskirts of like this shit planet. Like it would definitely happen. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it would. Remember the Tarkin like blew up a whole planet just to try to get Leia to um basically to get Leia to tell him what the plans, what happened in that with the
Yeah,
plans.
just to find it's no, it wasn't the plans. It was to find the rebel base, right?
Oh
So
yeah, find the rebel base.
he blew up Alderaan as like a way to be like to threaten her into doing what he wanted. She didn't fold. He killed a lot of people.
And then all the bad stuff that Vader did, all this bad stuff that Sidious did, and like and people were saying like, oh yeah, the Empire wouldn't do this, Vader wouldn't allow this, and like, oh my god.
It's like yes, he would. He fully drank the Kool Aid. He became part of the Empire. There's he murdered fucking children. Look, Anakin Skywalker slash Darth Vader is probably my favorite character in all of Star Wars. But I'm
Hmm.
not going to go and defend his actions. He was still a fucked up dude who did some seriously fucked up shit, man.
Yeah.
And I'm
and
like,
some and as soon as like one real life thing happens in my fantasy show, it's like suddenly like, oh no, this wouldn't happen, they wouldn't allow this.
the
This real
funniest
life
thing,
thing this real life thing doesn't deserve to be in my Star Wars show.
you know what the funniest was? So Star Wars Theory, when Andor season 1 came out, right? He had
Hmm.
giant issues with bricks and nails, right? And I'm like, bitch, episode 6 had fucking Ewoks who were primitives who tied their shit together with ropes. What the fuck are you talking about? Did you watch the same movies I did?
It's
I,
like these guys just like to pick and choose their stuff when it comes to Star Wars. Oh, I like this thing, but all the
they
other
like the
stuff is
stuff
like
that makes them
really
feel
really
cool and
bad.
powerful.
Yeah.
It's the same as like to me, it's the same as people who are like, I'd totally be a Sith. It's like, no, you wouldn't. You absolutely would not want to be a Sith. I get that you think the Jedi are like these emotionally repressed monks, but like again, that is that comes from a complete misunderstanding of the Jedi and what they are in their entirety. You're just going off weird rage bait of the internet of people like fucking Star Wars Theory who like make shit up and decide about how things work to make their like masculine power fantasy thing more accurate or more true. So they like we must be like the Sith because they're the good guys. Dude, even Ian McDermott, right, who plays
Hmm.
Emperor Palpatine, the biggest, baddest dude in all of this, he's like, no, I'm playing the villain. I'm playing the bad guy. You're not supposed to like me. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're not. You're the fucking villain. Or if you do like him, you don't like him because of the things he does. You like him because he's such a good villain and a foil to the like protagonists. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah. And it always like brings up like the red flags start like waving when people say like, oh, they really like the Empire and there's nothing wrong about the Empire, stuff like that, when it's obvious like there are things wrong with the Empire. It's basically like a fascist dictatorship that's like um that's taking advantage of the citizens and all that shit.
Yeah, 100% are Trump voters who think Trump saved the economy. He
Oh
totally saved
God,
your economy, dude.
I know.
We truly
Um,
live in the stupidest possible timeline. And was like, cool, we'll allow racist South Africans into America. I'm like, oh my god, you fucking twat. Well, you can have them. We didn't want them in the first place.
so you've already seen all of Andor season 2, right?
Yeah,
What
it's amazing.
without going into spoilers, what was it worth the wait? Was it better than
Yes,
season 1?
it
What would
was.
you rate
It
it?
was. It was the same quality level as season one,
Mhm.
but it was an extremely high level of quality. Like it stands miles above most other shows that are coming out. Like even just in general shows that are coming out, it quality wise, it also is, it matches the like look and feel of the movies the best
Mhm.
to the point of like if you go watch Rogue One straight afterwards, which I did after I finished the last episode, visually it just flows easily. You don't. It doesn't feel like jarringly you've changed style of what you're watching. You're just like, ah, cool. I've moved into this now, and it's still fun. It's still cool to watch.
That's cool.
Uh,
Uh would you say it's better than all like most of the other Star Wars shows that have come out so far?
in terms of messaging and quality of like dialogue and stuff, yeah. Um, the only my only issue with it is it kind of misses some of the whimsy that comes with a lot of Star Wars stuff, especially like the feel of the OG trilogy.
Yeah, cuz isn't Andor supposed to be like more gritty, like a spy drama, stuff like that, right?
It's a spy thriller, yeah. Also,
Yeah.
just give me one sec. I just need to let Chewie out quick. He needs to go get fed. And say hello to Lyndon.
All right. Um how's everyone else doing? Um it's a nice Friday. Well, AC is going on about Andor. I haven't seen Andor season 2. I've seen season 1. Um, the plan for me to go to see Andor season 2 is next week. Me and AC are gonna do like a watch along that's gonna be live streamed on our YouTube channel. And it's just gonna be there. Uh, hopefully, I enjoy it because I really enjoyed season 1. I kind of held off on watching season 1 until I just started watching it out of the blue, and I
Oh
just
yeah,
got
I'm
hooked on
back.
it.
Sorry. Had to run
I,
quickly.
I was just telling the people about our plan next week about
Oh yes.
watching
They're
Andor
doing a
season 2.
but we're gonna do it through a YouTube live stream as opposed to Twitch. It's gonna be
Hmm.
a we're gonna be on our YouTube channel, which is pretty high. Also,
Oh yeah.
if you guys want to be true believers in justice, you should totally come watch our nerdy pop culture podcast on YouTube. I know you're watching now, but I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep plugging us. I refuse not to, even if it's a bit of a dumb plug.
Wait, what plug are you doing about
Oh,
what?
I'm just plugging this exact podcast, except for next week.
Oh yeah, just keep on the lookout. It's judging by my work schedule, it'll hopefully be on Wednesday or Thursday. I just have to take a look when I go into work tomorrow to see, and then it's gonna be a fun time because I'm sure AC is gonna have like some behind the scenes like knowledge about
Yeah,
what how this ties into like the movie and stuff like that.
I mean, I know how like 90% of it ties into the movies and some of the wider lore as well, because
Mhm.
absolute nerd here.
I mean, you are a Nautilin, so
Yeah, that's also one of the fun things in Andor. Nautilins are directly referenced.
in season two.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know why this is so good to me, but they are, and it's amazing, and I love it.
Have there been any like Nautilins outside of Kit Fisto that have been like major
There,
characters?
yes. One of them was in Jedi Survivor. You meet a bounty hunter Nautilin,
Oh,
who
right,
she gives you
her.
like
Yeah, yeah,
missions.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
I remember
there's
her.
she's quite a big character. She's cool too. I quite like her.
Because my only reference of the Nautilins is obviously Kit Fisto in the movies and in the show. In the
Yeah,
show,
in
they
Clone
they
Wars.
yeah, they elaborate on him more, and he has like a he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Samurai Jack. I forgot his name, but he has like a Jamaican accent, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot. I think it's a lot of. They do that a lot in Star Wars, or George Lucas does it a lot. He likes to give aliens like something stuff that feels like he gives like different races, different accents to make them feel more diverse, so they don't all feel like you
All
know,
British.
no, all American.
I mean, most of the characters do speak like British, especially like the Empire.
The Empire does that because that's just due to historically a lot of people making British well, because historically the British Empire was a problem, right?
Hmm.
And then he would also so a lot of British historically a lot of British speaking character or British accented characters, specifically if they sounded more upper class British. So like they spoke the Queen's English, would be your villains. They would come and kill everything you held dear because that was more intimidating, as it were.
Hmm.
And then if you got a dude speaking, he was speaking British, but he sounded like this. He was going to be one of the good guys because he was one of the lower class. Or if he was Scottish, he would be good too, because the Scots didn't like the English because there was just a lot of this like language coding. So if they spoke with a British accent, they would, especially that clipped, very proper English. I guess you could say it would be the bad guys that just default. That's how it was.
Yeah.
It still kind of is. Like you would also just associate like Captain Hook spoke with a British accent. Most sci-fi villains, if it's in English, will speak with a British accent. Like Tarkin was famously played by Peter Cushing, who was, guess what, British, and also had absurdly large feet and was best friends with Christopher Lee. To the point of, if you watch Star Wars, he's wearing carpet slippers the whole time because his feet were too big.
Damn.
Lol.
Do you know what shoe size he was?
It was like a 15 or 16.
Jesus.
He
I
had
feel I feel like I feel
humongous
like
feet.
that I feel like that would be like something in like a Star Wars trivia thing
Oh no, it
that
is
they'd
because it's
that they'd ask. Like what like Peter Cushing who played Grand Moff Tarkin was famously known for having big feet. What was his shoe size?
yeah.
And
Keep
you
in
just
mind,
pop up. Oh, it's
yes,
16.
it's ridiculously huge because fuck you. Like what the hell? But it also was what because like he couldn't wear, he had to get like custom shoes,
Oh, damn.
so he couldn't wear like just stock shoes that a lot of they would get from a lot of like costume houses
Hmm.
in wherever you shoot films, right?
Yeah.
Because you know his feet were too big, so he'd have to get like custom shoes made for him for every film he did.
I gotta look this up real quick. What is the biggest shoe size for
I don't know, but
men?
there's a dude I follow on.
Is U.S. size 26. Jason Rodriguez Hernandez, 28 from Venezuela, that has this record. Oh,
I think DM. I think it was EU size. I mean, Peter Cushing was British, so probably.
damn. That was a huge ass shoe. Damn. Crazy. Size 16 is the US measurements. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just have a size 11 shoe.
You have
And
size.
even then
I
some
also I wear like I wear size 10.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Also, I also wear like insoles and like insole socks cuz I suffer from plantar fasciitis.
I have
If
literally
I
no idea what that is. I yeah, no idea.
So basically all the pain goes to my heels and then it goes to my back if I'm on my feet too long or if I don't have proper support on my heel, and it really just sucks.
I was brought snacks. It's amazing.
Nice. um
But yeah,
so outside of Andor and Common Rider, what have you been playing? You been playing any new games or
well, besides Fortnite, which is a cripplingly depressing addiction, if I'm
I
completely
mean
honest with you.
you could be playing League of Legends and that'd be even worse.
Yeah, but I refuse to play League of Legends on general principle of League of Legends is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I've been playing. So I've been playing Infinity Nikki, which is a game Lindy has been losing her mind over because they fucking botched the shit out of it with
Mhm.
by adding because they did a big story update, right? And when they did this big story update, they changed the beginning of the game. So if you say the new players joined the game, they would have no idea what the fuck is going on, and none of it would make any fucking sense.
Yeah. Cuz I played Infinity Nikki for like a stream a while back and you said that they changed the intro?
Yeah.
What did they change the intro to?
So originally it was an intro, and you'd like kind of play through a tutorial, right? The game would show you how it works,
Yeah.
and now they've changed it so it introduces kind of bits of lore, but bits of lore from prior games, and those prior games would be like cool. Now Nikki has saved the universe multiple times, and she's reset the timeline and died over and over again trying to reset this universe, and there's a sea of stars, and all the stars are the time she failed to save the fucking universe. That's the new intro. The old intro was yeah, have this, and it also has a thing where she like meets this weird seer character, right? This like magical seer who can see the future. And
that
they're
that
like,
was that was that wasn't in the intro I played. The intro I played was her opening up a wardrobe and getting a dress and getting like transported into um and getting transported into this world with a talking cat. I don't remember that shit. That sounds like it belongs in like fucking Warhammer or something.
right? Exactly. No, so just doing a brief overview.
That's so crazy. Why would they
Dude,
change the intro to something like
also,
that?
dude. So you know how in the original intro, you because you
Mhm.
said you played it, right? So
Yeah,
you get given
a dress and
the
it
Heart of
transports
Infinity,
you.
right? You get that
Yeah.
like magic heart thing. She just has it in the new intro, and they're like, she even says to the seer, she's like, "So I had you. I remember when you gave me the heart. It's been so many lifetimes since then." And you're like, "Fucking what? Where the fuck did that happen? What the fuck
That's
is
so
going on?"
stupid.
And I'm like, "This is the
That's
stupidest like changed intro I've ever seen in my life. Why the fuck would you do that?" You know?
Why? Did they say why?
No, they just did it for the lols. I'm gonna assume they did it for the lols.
What does Lindy say about that?
Lindy, if you start Lindy on what she has to say about it, she won't stop talking for the next 2 years because she has thoughts. It's like me having thoughts on why I don't like the way they did bleeding in the Acolyte. I will not stop talking for the next eternity.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's also worse because so when people started complaining to the company about it, right? Do you know how they responded? You know how
No,
this
how'd they
fuck-
respond?
They started threatening to ban people's accounts or like delete their accounts just straight up.
Oh damn.
It's so dumb.
Man, I can't. They'd actually just ban people that were criticizing their game like that.
Bruh.
Is that what the drama was that
It's a
Lindy
lot of the
mentioned
drama was
before?
around that like new beginning because other than that new like intro beginning thing,
Mm-hmm.
the actual gameplay is better. It's better optimized. It is better optimized for. It doesn't stutter as much when it starts as it used to, and it
Yeah.
like connects quicker. But it's still no. It is more buggy though. It's like more optimized in that it starts up properly. It- do I? I'm being commanded to show you a screenshot.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That is. I don't know what the fuck. I'm gonna
Just
send you a screenshot of something that a bug Lindy got, and
all right.
I,
Just
I, be prepared. It's terrible. It's horrific.
all right. You gonna send? Are you sending it in our own
I
DM
sent
or
your
the
DM.
production?
Nah, the DM man.
Jesus Christ! It's like the cat is like what am I looking at? Is the kelp dress?
Yeah, the kelp dress.
Kelp dress, and then like the cat, its face is like melting into the dress. It's like being absorbed. It's like something out of the thing.
Yep, horrific. It
That's
is
so
glitchy as
creepy.
hell, but like the startup runs better now, and it's got co-op.
That's good, I guess. But now the cat is just being turned into a dress.
No,
It's like it's something like a serial killer would do.
yes, it is. It's very serial
Creepy.
killer coded, man. It's terrifying. I ironically think it's hilarious, but like it is also utterly terrifying.
Mm. But besides all that, did you do anything else?
Well, most just sleep.
Mostly to sleep. For me, I've been up to quite a bit. I played and finished Expedition 33.
Yeah, I've
That
seen
was
bits of it from like other Twitch streamers, but I haven't.
Mhm.
Obviously, I haven't
the-
played it
it,
yet.
it's like a French Persona game, turn-based style stuff like that.
I heard
It
it
is
did come out of just like a random Ubisoft guy who got bored and quit his job and started his own game.
yeah. I think they also said that it would have taken like years and years for it to get approved if they stayed like at a big company. But since
Mhm.
they're just like I think it's their like first game, they got it out faster
Mm.
because all the bureaucracy and shit that happens with that. That was a really good game. I had a lot of fun with it. Very, very good game. Free on the Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass if you guys are interested in playing it. Definitely worth the time that I put into it.
I'll have to give it a try.
And then I also played Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 and 2.
Hmm.
And I just got basically because the Minecraft movie came out recently. I went and I watched that, and I was like, oh, okay. The Minecraft movie was fun. I enjoyed it, and I remember that the Minecraft Story Mode was a thing that happened a while back, and I'm like, okay, how can I get it? Can I get it on Steam? No, it's not listed anymore because Telltale like went out of business. Is it on GOG? Well, not technically on GOG. So I googled it. How do I play Minecraft Story Mode? And like the first thing that came up was like this Reddit thread on the Minecraft Story Mode subreddit. Here's how you play Minecraft Story Mode. Here's this download link. Download it and just play it and install it. And that's what I did.
That's hilarious. That is the way of doing things, though.
Yeah. I mean, I would have paid money for it if it was still, if it was still up for sale, but it's not up for sale anymore. It's considered like lost media and shit now. But
Of course it is.
thankfully there's some people that were like, oh, let's preserve this and have like a download link so people can play it.
There's a
And I
reason.
was go ahead.
Yeah, there's a good reason everyone thinks making everything digital media is fucking stupid.
Yeah, because shit like that happens. And it's crazy because there's some people that actually have like the physical Minecraft Story Mode like physical discs because it came out on consoles as well. Um,
Oh,
and they're like selling it like at crazy prices.
of course.
Uh,
Like you can't find it anymore.
it's on GameStop for like $54, $200, like $25,
200.
and I'm like, oh, I can just get it for free and just play it like that. It was I was pleasantly surprised with Minecraft Story Mode. It was it was basically these friends are forced into like a situation where they have to save the world, and through that they grow closer and they become like the heroes that they looked up to. Um,
So it's just a Minecraft
and
movie then.
all that, and it's a lot. So, if anything, I think it's better than the Minecraft movie, like story wise, because I can't tell you a single thing about the Minecraft movie characters outside of Steve.
And that's just because he was Jack Black.
Yeah, well, yeah, that, and he's like an actual like game character, and I don't remember any of the original characters' names in that movie. And then when I'm looking at the Minecraft story mode, I'm like, oh, there's Petra, there's Axel, Olivia, Jesse, Lucas, Ivor, Gabriel, all these characters that appear in the game, and I'm like, wow, the story mode really stuck with me more than the Minecraft movie, and I can understand why people were saying like, "Oh, this is what the Minecraft movie should have been."
Yeah. They never do
Um,
what it should have been. They always do something random that's safe.
yeah, there
They
was
always choose the safe.
go ahead.
They always choose the safe rule of rose. Dude, these studios always choose like the safest possible option,
Hmm.
with a very few exceptions where the like risky options the thing they go with. Like Andor was a big risk. But season
Yeah,
1 and 2. Season one's really good reviews of why we got season 2 and why people like why Kathleen Kennedy, who everybody like shits on, but she was the one who got Andor all the budget it had and like
yeah.
made sure it got everything it needed. I'm like,
Didn't the director for Endor like come out and say like it wouldn't be possible without Kathleen Kennedy and stuff like that?
well, Tony Gilroy did come out and say it, but also he's not the director; he was the showrunner.
Oh,
Slightly
okay,
different
okay.
job. So he was in charge of like the story, making sure everything stayed consistent, and had like a very specific um, storyline in mind. So it would go in a specific way and like not like meander off to do whatever. So that's like the job of a showrunner. They just kind of keep the tone consistent and the writing consistent.
Yeah,
So like
but
they're the big
God,
boss, but they don't direct individual episodes.
dude. But like when I'm saying like Minecraft story mode was a real pleasant surprise, I really mean it, because there's at certain points where I'm like, I have to make a choice, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want this character to die. I don't want this to happen. I don't want to be mean to this character because I really like them as a character.
Hmm.
And
I've been
the final
considering.
choice, like the
Hmm?
final choice in season 2, actually made me like sit down and think for like a second, because I didn't want to leave these characters. And once I got to the end of the game, I'm like, fuck, I really wish Telltale was still around so they could make a season 3, because I really want them. I would love for them to make a Minecraft story mode season 3,
No, that'd be
because it was
awesome.
just it was just so fucking good. Another thing that I was getting up to and I was playing yesterday was the new Doom game that just came out, Doom: The Dark Ages,
Hmm?
and that's really good too. I did like I'm 10 missions in, and I'm planning on playing some more of it after the podcast today.
How's the
Have you
gameplay?
what's up?
How's the gameplay in Doom?
It
Because
is
I
very
remember we raided into you, but then I had to run for dinner stuff, and Lindy wanted to do her Nikki, so we didn't really watch that much.
Yeah, it is very very fast. I would say it's probably faster than the other games in
Hmm.
terms of like running around and like shooting at the enemies and shit. Um, you have like a dedicated like actual like melee button that has charges that you build up by it just builds up on its own, and then you parry and it refills the charges like that, and you can do like massive damage. You get like a whole new slew of weapons. You got the super shotgun, you have like a regular shotgun, you have
You
a
always get the super shotgun.
yeah, you have like a weapon that takes skulls and like grinds up the skulls into like little pieces and like shoots the pieces in like a wide arc that's really good for like taking out like groups of enemies. You
How's
have
the
the
story?
grenade launcher. The story, it's really good. Um, it's a prequel, so it takes place before Doom 2016 and like before Doom Eternal,
Hmm.
and it takes place after the Doomslayer got in the Divinity Machine and got his god powers,
So it's after
and
Doom
it's
64.
yeah, because
Hmm.
in Doom Eternal you find out that the Doom guy in the old Doom games is the same dude as the Doomslayer. He just gets
Massively
drafted.
overpowered.
Yeah, he just gets massively overpowered by the Divinity Machine. Um, and it's basically the con maker and all those people. They have the Doomslayer on like a tight leash and
Oh.
basically have him mind controlled, because they want to keep a handle on him,
Yeah, which.
because he's like unstoppable,
How do
and
they
they
keep
just
a
want
handle on something unstoppable?
so they have him mind controlled. They use their con maker energy to basically have him like on a leash, and they just tell him what to do, and he just obeys.
Hmm.
um and then eventually he breaks free, because he's like the Doomslayer, and he just like says, no, I'm just gonna go kill all these demons because I want to. But he has like a bomb attached to his chest, in like the little, I don't know if you remember the Praetor armor, but it had like a
I
little
do.
red, like it had like a little red circle on
It
his
has like a it
breastplate.
has like a chest piece thing. It looks kind of like restraining bolts in Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Basically they put like a bomb in that would blow him up if he tries to remove it. And it's like right now where I'm at, the story is like me just going into hell and trying to kill this demon prince.
That
And
sounds like every other Doom game. There's always going to do
yeah,
wee attack.
but but it so far, it's the story is okay.
Mm.
It's nothing really to write home about. Nothing too crazy. But it's still really really good. The combat is nice. The Since you have a shield now, you can parry green attacks. So whenever like a demon like shoots like a green energy beam at you, you can parry it and send it back out at them. Or if a demon does like a green melee attack, you can parry it, get them off balance to and like put some bullets in them and stuff like that. It's really really fun. It is really satisfying to do them.
Entertainment industry, let's make it fast, because speed is what everyone wants, right? They want everything quick, 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 lots. And I,
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, the wave room, just like shit the bed.
oh
It just
no,
stopped. It stopped recording. So I'm just gonna reiterate what I just said as quickly as I can. Doom game is fun. Go play the Doom game. Combat is really good. I mean, the combat is always good in a Doom game.
yeah, yeah.
Lots of weapons. Story is okay. Music's okay. Definitely worth your time.
Well, I mean, do not say music is just okay. That's not a good sign for a Doom game. The music's supposed to be fantastic.
I know. But what's really fantastic is the gameplay. That's really cool.
Well,
I mean, it's
that's
like the
fair.
music. The music is cool. It's like metal and shit like that. But nothing is as hard as like what happens in like Doom 2016 or like Doom Eternal.
Fair enough. I mean, those games just both have amazing music.
Yeah. In this one, I feel like Doomslayer is more of a imposing figure. It's because there's a new Khan, kind of like maker character. It's not like the Khan maker in Eternal, but he's called like the Creed maker.
Yeah.
Um, and he just like he loves to keep the Slayer on a tight leash and just uses him only when he needs to. He's also really the Creed maker's like really fat and he's like in
I
a
think I
hovering
saw a
chair.
clip of him. Yeah, he gave me real like
Job of the Hut
free.
vibes.
Yeah, he gave me Jabba the Hutt, who just wants to keep his. He wanted to keep the Doomslayer on, like at least just to protect him and no one else.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
like he was trying to control him for that purpose instead of like and the Doomslayer's like I don't give a fuck about what you want. I just want to kill shit.
Yeah.
Which feels
It
like the most
is
Doom possible thing.
it is really satisfying when the Doomslayer inevitably breaks hold of like the chain or like the mind control and he
He like
just
just
like
breaks
starts
free.
yeah, he just starts like fucking beating this force field and eventually like they just like send him towards the demons because otherwise he's just going to destroy everything on the ship.
Hmm.
Yeah, really really good game. Really good game. Let's see what else have I been playing?
I mean,
Uh
I've also just gone back to like some old games. As much as I've been playing like Fortnite because reasons.
yeah.
I also went back to Battlefront 2, which has apparently just had a big resurgence because I found matches that I haven't been able to find in years. Suddenly,
Really?
people are playing Battlefront 2 again. I'm like, what? Why? This is awesome. I'm so happy everyone's back. I actually found like big matches again. It was bizarre.
That's cool. What matches were you getting up
I
to?
mean,
I'm guessing just
I managed to
like
play the
domination.
Galacticus. Well, I managed to play like Galactic Assault because usually when I played it ages back, there weren't enough players to do like Galactic Assault or like what was the other one called? Supremacy. You couldn't play those because there weren't enough players. You need like 40 players plus
Hmm.
to play it, and that just wouldn't fill up the lobbies enough to actually like start a match. So in the resurgence, it just happens. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even have to play on Kyber. I can just straight up play this. What the fuck? Why is everyone playing this again? And I'm assuming it's because of Andor. If I'm honest, I
Yeah, I
think
can see that.
Andor's left everyone with this like need to go shoot the Empire in the face, and then Battlefront 2 has the best like graphics and stuff, and people want to be able to like look at it and be like, yeah, I'm shooting the Empire in the face. Fuck the Empire, man.
I mean, that's what happened when the Fallout show came out. It brought a lot of people into like the Fallout games, and Fallout New Vegas had like a really high player count as well as like Fallout 4 and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I played Fallout 4 when that came out. I actually got back
That's
into trying to play it. I
that's
will say
that's
I've never finished a Fallout game in my entire life. I've played them, but I've
uh,
never finished any of them.
yeah, that's fair. There's a bunch of Fallout games.
I got bored of Fallout New Vegas after about 5 minutes.
What boarded you about Fallout New Vegas?
Actually, no, I didn't get bored. I just got annoyed because the animations were just so. It was like playing Oblivion, but with a gun. And at the time, it was just way too clunky to be like, this is worth playing.
Yeah.
So I got annoyed, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to bother.
Are you interested in playing it again? Because there's like some like mod packs that you can get that enhances the feel of it.
I mean, maybe, but unlikely because
I mean,
Fallout.
season two of
I mean, I might, but it's still fairly unlikely that I will. Just based on like, I'm kind of meh on Fallout. Like Fallout doesn't tickle that itch that a lot of like Bethesda games would. Like Oblivion or Skyrim, I can get into, but then I try and play Fallout. I'm like, I'm bored, and then I go play something else very very quickly. I I was I've finished Skyrim. Okay, I say I finished Skyrim. I finished all the main big quests. What? No, I did not disconnect from Discord. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you have user glitchery?
Okay, we're back.
Glitchery was about. We had annoying technical difficulties for essentially no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it happens, but we're back now, and that's what matters. Um,
Hmm?
one thing that I saw before we started the podcast
Hmm?
is that they added Vader, but he's like an AI voiced character.
In?
You can actually, yeah, in Fortnite.
Oh yeah. So that's a weird one. So they he is AI voiced, but Lucasfilm has specific rights from James Earl Jones to do that. They got
Mm-hmm.
his explicit permission. Like before he passed away, they got his explicit permission to be able to use his voice for specifically Darth Vader, I believe, in
Yeah,
the as AI. So as long as it's licensed from Lucasfilm, they can do that, which is bizarre,
it's
quite frankly.
at first I thought it was like fake because I saw someone doing it and they were talking about Vader was talking to Goku and I was like, oh,
Hmm.
Darth Vader's like mentioning like the Goku's transformations and it sounded so like weird. I thought it was just like fake, but no, it's like it's real. Have you met Vader and you talked with him?
I've met one of the Vaders. There's like two in the Fortnite thing now. So there's one that's just the like not classic Vader, and then there's one that's also there's like samurai Vader in the castle, and the both designs look pretty cool. I've met both. I've beaten both
Mm-hmm.
in like fights, but like I haven't talked to either one. They're
There was
more likely
there
just to
was
assault you.
there was one clip that I saw like someone got Vader to like say a bad word at them and they just started freaking out in the Discord call that they were
That
recording.
sounds hilarious. That sounds so funny to get Darth Vader to
That's
swear at you.
oh man, yeah.
I'm like that feels in character given who Anakin Skywalker was. I'm like that feels in character. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. You planning on playing anything else this week?
Well, I mean, there's 2 days left this week. I'm probably just going to play Battlefront 2 and Fortnite because I got the Battle Pass and I need to try and level up to finish it. So I
Okay.
didn't waste. So there's no waste, and I can write it off as a business expense. Be like, I did this for my Twitch stream. I,
For
I have to
me,
stream it more.
yeah, for me, I'm most likely gonna be finishing up Doom the Dark Ages today after the podcast. And then once I'm done with that, I got the new not the new, I got the System Shock remake.
Oh,
Because Ryan was talking about how awesome it
Uh,
was.
it's because System Shock, from what I remember, is one his like all-time favorite game.
Let's see,
So
and
yeah, he would look it up.
it's the one by Night Dive, Night Dive, Night
Yeah, that sounds about
Dive
right.
Studios, and he also told me that they're making the System Shock 2 remake as well. Same people that made this one, they're gonna work on the second one, which sounds
That
really cool.
that does sound good. It sounds good and promising for it to like be good,
Hmm.
but we'll have to
It's,
see.
it's gonna be my first time playing the System Shock game. I've heard of it. I've heard that it's like probably one of like the best first person shooter games. It like paved the way to like modern FPS games, but I've just never played it because let's face it, a lot of the old games are like a bitch to run and get to work on modern
Dude, they just break on modern things.
on
Just
yeah, on modern
because, like, I
systems.
would try and get you to play KOTOR, right? Or
Hmm.
KOTOR 2. Both of those games were a headache for me to get to work on my PC. And I'm like, my PC's good. These games are ancient. They just broke. They would like be glitchy and break. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are they so fucking broken? They should not be this level of broken. I like had to mod KOTOR 1 to make it fucking work properly.
I know that's so weird. You have to mod it in order for it to like run well. That's why I like. That's why I really like GOG. Good old
Mhm.
games is that everything that they get on the GOG store, they like make it so it's easy to play on modern PCs. Um, that's one of the things that I really like about them. One of the things that I played on GOG a while back. What was it?
Sabe is a huge proponent for GOG, just saying.
I
She
played the
she
Wallace. I played the Wallace and Gromit games. Those are just some old ass games, and those were like
yeah.
super easy to run and easy to like set up.
Yeah.
Just download it and play. It's not like, oh, you download this game. Oh, it crashed when you tried to run it. Oh, I have to go in like the ini files and like put some bullshit in there. Oh, I have to download this mod in order to get it to run. Oh, that fucking sucks. It
Kotor was
completely.
so annoying because I had to go and get so because I bought these on Steam back in the day on my laptop. They used to run fine on my laptop, right? They'd
Mhm.
run absolutely perfectly, no issues whatsoever on my laptop. And then I would try and run them on my. Then I tried running them on my tower when I got it. Would not fucking work. And I'm like, why the fuck did the Apple version work and the goddamn Windows one got nothing?
Yeah, I'm looking right now to see if Knights of the Old Republic is on GOG. You can go ahead and keep talking. I'm
I mean,
seeing right now.
if it is, if it is, I'll be surprised because I had to buy it on Steam and it worked. Steam had like a patch for it that worked decently well.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I do recommend you play it though. If you haven't played it before, I will talk the shit out of KOTOR and be like, play those games. They're fucking amazing games. Story wise, they're fantastic. You will probably have the second game. They got rushed, so there's bits of it that are a bit wonky at the end that don't work properly. But I
Hmm.
know for a fact that KOTOR 1 is fully complete and you can play the shit out of it and it'll run magnificently. Or it should run magnificently if you do. I also did mod it because I like to change it, but the story will probably have you doing the same thing you do with the Minecraft story where you're just like, oh no, I'm going to lose this character. And I suspect you'd also probably do a light side run just because I don't see you making half the evil choices.
Oh
Because
wow, they
some of
have a
them are
bunch
just
of Star Wars games on
cruel.
here.
Dude, there's a fuck ton of Star Wars games. You do not understand how many Star Wars games are out there.
Power Battles, Bounty Hunter. I played that one when I was a kid.
I want
Dark
to get. I need.
Forces,
I want to get the
Lego
Power
Star
Battles.
Wars, Force
Which one?
Awakens, Empire at War,
Which Lego Star Wars? There are like
Complete
seven.
Saga, and then
Ah,
Lego Star Wars 3.
I have both of those on Steam, but That's the Clone Wars one, and then the first 6 episodes.
They got Jedi Knight,
Ooh.
Starfighter,
Wait, Jedi Knight? Which one? Jedi.
both
So
Academy and
Jedi Academy.
Outcast.
I need Outcast. I had Outcast on my fucking laptop, and it would run on my laptop, but not on my PC because it was an Apple part by Aspire. That put everything weirdly.
Oh man, I love GOG. It's like they have this thing called like the good old games, which is also like what it's called. Where they're dedicated to, um, what is it? They're dedicated to preserving like the old games, that they could run on like modern hardware. It's called the GOG Preservation Program.
Sorry,
It.
I'm being.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just got whispered in my ear that my handwriting is so shit. I'm not allowed to write things down anymore. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
So I'm looking at their GOG thing right now.
Yeah.
The GOG Preservation Program ensures classic games remain playable on modern systems even after developers stop supporting them. By maintaining these iconic titles, GOG hopes you protect and relive the memories that shaped you, DRM free and with dedicated tech support.
That's actually pretty awesome. I really need to get GOG properly. I've just been lazy. I'm
They got
like,
a bunch. They got Witcher 2, Dragon Age, Witcher 1, Mad Max, Blood
I
Omen, Legacy of Kain,
I have most of those games. I have most of those on Steam already.
XCOM.
Do they have a game called Lord of the Rings: War in the North?
Let me see. Lord of no, wait. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings Gollum.
A piece of
Lego
shit
Lord
game.
of the Rings. That's
I
it.
have that. They don't have War in the North. What
Let
about
me
Lord
try
of
it.
the Rings? Um, Return of the King.
Return of the King.
The like movie tie-in game.
I don't think so. I don't even know if that one came out on PC.
It did. I played it on PC. I know for a
Uh,
fact it came out on PC. I played the shit out of it on PC. One of my best mates had it when I was a kid.
no, it doesn't look like it.
Ugh.
It sucks. But I think they're with their preservation program, you can vote on what games to that get preserved next.
Yeah, it definitely need War in the North because it's been delisted from like Steam and stuff, but it's so much fun. And it's a good
It's fun.
co-op game.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Which is
It is on the Steam. It is on the Steam. My Steam library because I share the library with Garo.
it's such a good game, dude.
All right, bye DM. Thanks for hanging
Cheers,
out.
DM. Yeah, thanks for joining us, dude.
There was one old game that I've been wanting to try out called Alpha Protocol. I don't know if you heard of that one.
No.
It's like I think it's made by the same people who made the Mass Effect games, BioWare. It's basically like a spy thriller game where every like choice matters.
Yeah, sounds good.
Um, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be up to after I'm done with Doom, System Shock. I also downloaded the Master Chief Collection, so I'm gonna
I
be
would I would
playing.
I would join you for that, but I don't have access to that game anymore because I was borrowing it from a friend, and then Steam changed how the Steam sharing works. So
Mhm.
now I don't have it any. I'd have to like reborrow it and set up some nonsense to be able to use it again. It's very
Yeah,
irritating.
yeah. I've already played Reach, and Reach was good, so I'm planning on
So you're
making my
going
way through the
you
Halo games.
so you're going straight to one,
Yeah,
or you're gonna
Combat
replay
Evolved.
Reach. Yeah, are you gonna replay Reach or just do Combat Evolved?
No, I'm just gonna do Combat Evolved two,
I
three,
would.
four,
When did you
five.
last? When did you last play through Reach?
Uh, like more than a year ago. But I remember what happens in it, like the
Did
story
you stream
stuff.
it? Are you going to
Yeah,
stream playing through stuff?
yeah.
Through Halo. Okay.
Hmm.
I did. I
It
did that with.
was
We did it with Saber last year. It was chaotic
yeah.
because we got. Just be warned, Halo 2 is annoying.
Well, I mean, you guys were probably playing it on like the hardest difficulty, right?
We played through all of them on the hardest difficulty, of course. But it's
Why do
it's
you,
it's
why do
we
you
thought
guys
it
have
was
to like torture yourselves like that?
because it wasn't that hard. It was we got stuck on like one level, and apparently, according to my one of my mates, who's his whole thing is Halo. He just fucking loves Halo. He was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, no, it's always hard. Unless you're playing on like the easiest difficulty, it's always hard. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
plan on
really
playing them
annoying
on
section.
just normal.
Eh, it's not that hard on hard. I mean, I half finished Combat Evolved on the hardest difficulty on my own, and then didn't go back to it because I streamed with Saber, so I was like, I can't be fucked with going back to this now. Probably should have.
I found it really weird that Halo 5 Guardians wasn't on the Master Chief Collection. I had to
I
download
don't.
it on the I had to download it on my Xbox.
Yeah, it's an Xbox exclusive. You can't get it on PC, so it's not on the Master Chief Collection because the Master Chief Collection covered stuff for you could play on PC and Xbox, and then
Yeah.
5 wasn't on that and confused a lot of fans, but also a lot of fans were like, it's bad.
See, when I saw that it wasn't on the piece on PC at all, I was like, "Oh, was it really that bad?" Because I've often heard that Halo 5 was like the black sheep of the Halo games,
Yeah.
and it was like the worst one. A lot of the fans say, and I'm like, "Was it really that bad that they didn't want to put it in the Master Chief Collection?"
It's not that I didn't want to because money, but it's that more that they couldn't because it was like a weird Xbox exclusive that only was on Xbox.
Yeah. What it came out on Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Um, and then eventually I'll do Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I would join you. I could join you for that. That would be kind of fun to actually play through the campaign of Halo Infinite with someone.
Is it
Saber's computer just straight up fucking died when she tried to play it.
is it co-op?
Yeah,
Halo Infinite?
yeah, they're all co-op.
Oh, that's cool. There was
Especially like
there
yeah,
was one thing that I've seen people do. It's called Cursed Halo. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I think so. Yeah, it's usually like modded Halo.
Yeah, I would love to play that with you because
We would play.
it's basically Combat Evolved, but with like different weapons, and they all work differently, different items and shit, and like there's like some story stuff that's different. It's like so funny. Like the Magnum or like the pistol Magnum. It Master Chief doesn't use it like the regular gun. It's always aimed towards you, so every time you shoot it, you're hurting yourself, and you have to. What you have to do is you have to throw it at enemies to actually just use the weapon.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that shit. That's so
It's
stupid.
yeah, it's so funny.
That's the dumbest possible thing, man.
And there's the sniper rifle. It has like a flaccid like barrel. So every time you shoot it, it doesn't shoot where it's aiming, and it's like super fucking random.
That's that. That's so funny. I would play that. It sounds like something I would love to play, and I'd be like, hmm. Although we played Halo 2, and in a tank, Saber managed to. You know when like vehicles just glitch out and stop working, and then like fly off into eternity for no reason.
Yeah,
Saber managed to do that while actually actively in the tank, and shatters up because first person mode in tank just decides, you know what, working is for other people. Bye. and like vanished. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I always love it when the physics just break, and you slowly see it happen. Like you're moving up on a tank, and slowly it just starts shaking and shaking, and then it just goes up in the air.
Well, yeah, here's to the thing where it also did like a bajillion spinny flips.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell. I saved that clip. I was like, that's so fucking funny. And I'd been so happy I found a sniper rifle, and then she just died into oblivion. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck?
And it's funny, like the whole reason for me wanting to play the Halo games is because the Halo, or not the Halo, the Master Chief versus Doomslayer death battle just came out recently. It was like the most recent death battle,
Oh
and
yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, I watched it on stream and I was like, oh shit, yeah, Doomslayer totally fucking murders Master Chief.
Yeah, but like
There's no way Master Chief is like winning
Doomslayer
at
would
all.
also slaughter like most Space Marines,
Yeah, like
and then
Halo
the
Space Marines or Warhammer Space
no,
Marines.
I'm talking about like 40k Space Marines.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, he
I
does
would.
the fucking UNSC Space Marines, but also the fun fact: I'm pretty sure the UNSC space, like UNSC fleet, would slaughter the 40k universe just because they have working tech and they can bombard you from orbit without going into the warp.
I would love it to see in the future death battle that they eventually do some like Warhammer stuff,
I mean,
just
it's
like
hard to do.
some Warhammer characters.
Eh, it would be fun, but they're not that. Maybe it could be fun.
Who
Could be
was
fun.
the Primarch? What was the name of the Primarch of the Ultramarines?
Rabute Gilliman. You're talking about
Yeah,
Gilliman.
Gilliman. It'd be cool if they just like put Gilliman against someone, or
Gilliman versus Doomslayer. Doomslayer wins.
or um, or the Salamander Primarch.
Vulcan?
His name, yeah,
How
Vulcan.
did you forget Vulcan? He's volcanic.
I, I'll just have to remember Vulcan is the same as like Star Trek Vulcan.
He's named after a Roman god, the Roman god of creating. The Roman version of Hephaestus.
Oh, speaking of Star Trek, I've been I don't know if you're real big into Star Trek, but I've been getting back into Star Trek DS9. It's a really good show. Dude, we have you ever are you like real big into Star Trek?
No. I got bored of Star Trek after I watched like I watched 2 seasons of Next Generation, and now I was like, I'm never watching this again. This is the most boring thing I've ever subjected myself to. And then I tried, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me try Voyager. Voyager was worse. On top of being
Did you
boring, it was just had bad ADR. It was I it felt I could it just felt like formulaic, and then I went to watch Doctor Who instead. I was like, this is way better.
did you
Why the
ever try
fuck?
DS9?
Why would I try DS9 after try? Why would I try another series after trying like two
Well,
or
the
three of
reason
them?
the reason I asked because a lot of Trekkies agree that DS9 is probably one of the best of the Star Trek shows outside of Next Generation.
And I found
Um,
Next Generation to be insanely boring.
I mean, you got 2 seasons. What episode was it that really just like made you not like it?
I don't know. I got like towards the end of season 2, and I was like, I I'm trying, but I don't care about anything happening in this show.
Okay, so the next thing after we watch Andor is I'm gonna be showing Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and we're gonna do 1 season, and then if he wants to do
I
more,
won't
we
do
can do
one.
more.
Okay, fine. If we're doing a full ass season, I'm showing you a Kamen Rider season, a full season.
Let's
But
see.
I think I know which one I'm going to show. I'm going to show you Build. I'm going to get you to watch Kamen Rider Build.
Let's see. How long is season 1 for DS9?
Well, I remember season 1 of what's it called? Next Generation was about 20 episodes.
Okay, DS9 has 20 episodes for the first season.
Ha.
Let's see, season overview. Yeah, and then everything after season 1 has 26 episodes. And then whenever like a species comes on screen and you're asking like, "Hey Chris, what's with the species that has like the big ears? They call themselves the Ferengi." And I'm like, "Oh, they're like the hyper capitalist species that
I know.
that treats women like basically slaves that every
They're
time they
also the
see
reason,
go ahead.
mate. They're also the reason that fucking Voyager even happened. No, no. There was a Ferengi involved with some bullshit time travel shenanigans shit. That was Next Generation. Right.
I'm trying to
Sorry, I'm
remember.
remembering. It was an episode where Data and his friend got stuck in a different part of fucking time because some Ferengi dickhead didn't want to be friendly.
I'm just trying to remember because there is like one there's one episode in DS9 where the Ferengis go back in time, like Roswell era, and then I think there's like a couple episodes in Next Generation that have the Ferengi, but I don't remember one that's time travel.
Well, they go through a wormhole and it creates time travel because they get stuck on the wrong side of the universe, and then they have to like warp back, and because of that, they create time travel, and they also strand some Ferengi just on the other side of the universe because they didn't want to listen, which was kind of hilarious.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about, where they go to this planet and the inhabitants of the planet think the Ferengis are like gods, and they like start extorting the planet's inhabitants.
Something like that, yeah.
That's classic Ferengi, man. Oh, it's so
It's
good.
stupid as fuck.
It's like, do you mean like dumb as in dumb fun, or like dumb as in like I don't get it? It's dumb. I don't like it.
It was that, I guess. I just thought it was. I just thought it's not that I didn't get it. It's just I was like, these, they're very dumb. Why would you think these kind of self-obsessed idiots would just want? Why would you make them your gods? And what would be the point?
Well, I'll tell you this. When the Ferengi were introduced in Next Generation, the plan was to make the Ferengi like the next big bads, even worse than the Klingons. But then everyone just thought the Ferengi were just like laughable idiots and not really threatening at all, because the first episode that has them, they're just like they have like electric whips and they're just like jumping around and everything and like hissing at the crew of the Enterprise. And it wasn't until DS9 where they were like Armin Shimmerman, who plays Quark, was like, I played the first ever Ferengi in Star Trek Next Generation, and this Ferengi are like a fucking laughing stock. And I feel like it's my obligation to make the Ferengi more of a nuanced race and less of a laughing stock.
I mean, less of a joke because they
Yeah,
all they were was give money. We don't care. Give more money.
it's like if like the Ewoks in the original trilogy were brought back into like a show, and they're like expanded upon and made less of like a funny, oh look at the little teddy bears, they have like the sticks, and they just
You
like
mean like the
they
'80s cartoon,
yeah, and they're more like
or like the little story they got from a certain point of view where they actually want to go shall we say human hunting
yeah.
and then eat the fucking stormtroopers. Actually, there's also a story where it's from the point of view as a stormtrooper who gets straight up fucking eaten by Ewoks.
Oh no, no, no. A better example would be a Gungan, because the Gungans are like portrayed as like the jokes,
You
the
mean like
jokers,
when they
like
were brought? You
because
mean like when they were brought back in the Clone Wars as a nuanced culture that did view itself as more of a better warrior culture and actually came to the aid of another waterbound race known as the Mon Cala.
yeah, like that's like what they did, yeah. And instead of like when they first got introduced
Hmm?
because of Jar Jar basically souring the view on the Gungans. because Jar Jar's like a complete joke.
But Jar Jar's supposed to just be a silly, like, joke character himself. But the Gungans themselves are kind of a dignified species, even though they have quite an odd design.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where there because TNG had Worf, he was like the first Klingon to be in Starfleet, and there's an
Yep.
episode where Riker goes upon a Klingon ship, and he expects like the Klingons to be like Worf, but they're friendly. They make jokes. They sing like songs and stuff, and they're all in all not what he expected. And when the Klingons meet Riker, they're like, "Oh, you're not what I expected at all. You're much like us. You eat, you drink, you tell tales. You have a
Singing
mother and
stupid
a
sea
father.
shanties.
Yeah." And it's all about like the cultural mixing, which really is really interesting.
I mean, I guess. I actually vaguely remember that episode, but I also remember like being like, I mean, this happened, but I've seen it done before in a way I found more interesting.
I think
Because I,
AC is just a hater, guys. He just hates anything that's like not Star Wars.
I literally just said I watched Doctor Who instead. I didn't say anything about Star Wars. I
Hater,
didn't. I could just
haterade.
bring up Star Wars because it's easy examples of things you've probably seen. But I've seen Doctor Who do
Yeah,
half the
see, he
classic
agrees.
things
He's not
better.
saying anything because he knows it's true.
What? No? What do you mean not saying anything? Oh my god, you can't hear me again. I'm gonna stab you.
But I think that's gonna be it
Check
for
down.
me. Um, I'm gonna take a little break and then start the stream up again and continue some Doom: The Dark Ages. Um, do you plan on streaming today, AC?
No, I'm not streaming today. If I did, I would have already streamed if I was going to stream today. I'm going to go off and make dinner, then watch some silly series with Lindy, and then probably just go to sleep. Tomorrow, I've got to spend the whole day. I've got to spend the whole day tomorrow just uploading VODs to free up space on my PC because
Yeah.
that's what I spent today doing. And then I need to finish my edit. I also need to finish my edit because it's 2 weeks. It's like a week late. I'm meant to have it out tonight, but my other channel's getting its love. My main channel will get restocked again soon.
All
It's going to
right.
have new content coming. I filmed it. I also have to shoot some new content for that. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be my weekend making content. Like,
Well, if you guys want to go and watch AC's content, what's your channel?
so my channel, my main channel, my main like on my own channel is called Kibana Productions. It's where I do most of my reviews on Kamen Rider. I've been doing a reaction series to Kamen Rider Wizard. It's also where I do reviews and stuff like Doctor Who. I've done some of the classic episodes of Doctor Who. Well, serials, so full stories of Doctor Who where I've reviewed those, and where I put up my short films. Another one of those is also in the works. I'm just trying to find a good actor for it, and then I can actively start properly working on that.
Well, that sounds fun.
I'm
Um,
excited for that. That's going to be awesome.
but for me, my stuff is just Chris the Wiz on YouTube, and then on Twitch it's Chris the Wiz TV. On AC it's AC Skywalker 97.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's going
Yeah,
to be it for this episode of the Two Idiot Gamers podcast. Anything to
yeah.
say before we sign off?
Well, the last thing I have to say is, skip it a wow. Okay, we got to go now.
You just completely cut out for me when you said
Okay, wait,
that.
let me fix that. Skip it a wow.
Okay,
There we go.
whatever the fuck that was. Sorry for the audio issues. Wave Room was being a bitch today,
Yeah, it's
but
Fortress tonight.
there's nothing much we can do. Thank you guys for listening, taking time
Yeah.
out of your day, and listening while you work. You guys got this. We will see you next week for the Andor season 2 watch party.
Yeah, although we're gonna have to probably do like 2 to 3 of those because the episodes are long. There's a lot of episodes. We'll probably do 3 weeks of it where we'll do in batches. So we'll do the first batch will be next week, the second batch the week after, and so on and so forth.
Sounds fun. That sounds fun to me. Until then, we'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe.
Johnny. It where we'll do in batches. So we'll do the first batch will be next week, the second batch the week after, and so on and so forth. Johnny.